Have you ever been interested in checking out a magical almanac? That's coming up right after this. Hi, I'm Mel from Mel's Divination. I'm the owner, operator, and creator. And today we're going to talk about Llwellyn's Magical Almanac for 2021. This is magic for our everyday living. I haven't done a full reading of it yet, but I wanted to introduce it to you guys because we have just gotten into 2021. So that's coming up right now. Hi and welcome back. So I had to put on a little bit of music. You'll notice there's a little lag in the video with editing. I'm holding onto the book for reference, but there'll be a little bit of lag in editing because my neighborhood's a little noisy. Tongue twister. A little noisy today. There's a lot of planes flying overhead. If you haven't noticed in some of my other videos, I do live near a major airport in my state. So some days, depending on the weather, it's very hard to cut it out. One of my next goals for filming is to get a really good solid microphone so that hopefully it won't pick that stuff up as much. So I do apologize. Hopefully the background music will drown that out a little bit. So as I mentioned, today we have, and this will be backwards now because I have the camera facing me so I can see myself, Llwellyn's Almanac. I have not fully read this whole thing. I have skimmed a bunch of it. I've looked through big parts of it, and I am going to do some B-roll so that you can see what I'm talking about. But this isn't a full walkthrough because it's too much to do a full walkthrough. It's not like a planner. It's actually a book. It has all kinds of spells in it. So it's different than the planner, okay? And I wanted to go over this. It's not a full review. I will try to do a full review on this another time after I've done much more with this. But I wanted to introduce it to my followers because I feel like this is worth using so far. I'm not sure how I'll feel after I've used it a lot, but I do currently feel like it's a worthwhile investment. It cost me $14.99 in US dollars, and I did buy it previous to it getting to 2021. So it may actually be less than that now. I ordered it on Amazon. I'll put the link below. I'm not an affiliate. I'm not affiliated with anything right now because I'm so new to everything. So maybe someday I will be, but at the time of me filming this, which is early January 2021, I'm not affiliated with any of this. So this, as I skimmed through it, it has basics of like beginner witch type of things that a lot of people would already be familiar with if you're not new to the craft. If you are new to the craft, this is also very great. But it would be, as far as reviewing this and what minimal that I've had, it's a great resource because it has things like color magic, it has things like grounding, different ways of grounding that I've actually never heard of before. So I found that kind of interesting, and I have a bunch of witch books already, and I have my own preferences of grounding. And so it has different aspects of grounding that I've never used, and I've never heard anybody explain it that way before, so I found that interesting. It has crystals, it has divination, it has spell casting, and more. But those, I would put that under basics of witchcraft because you'd find that in the majority of your witch books. Any kind of generalized witchcraft book that you're getting, you would probably find that in, and I have that in a lot of my general witchcraft books. Of course, it's different in every witchcraft book. Like I said, there were some grounding techniques in here that I had never heard of. So that's pretty cool. It also offers all kinds of insightful information and spells, some that I've never heard of, some that are a variation of ones that I've heard of, and things that I've never considered at all. Like, for instance, one that really sticks out in my mind is a snake draft blocker. What is that? So those of you who own homes, those of you that are young, I'm not sure the age groups that I'm speaking to here, but for those of you that own homes, or even you live in your parents' house, there's a thing called a draft blocker. So it's probably about this big, right? And it's a tube-like thing, and it's stuffed with material. It's stuffed with, I don't even know. It's stuffed with things. It's stuffed with cloth. It's stuffed with foam. It's stuffed with things, and it's laid by a door in the wintertime when it's cold outside to block the cold air from coming in. Usually it's laid by an outside door. It's cold where I am right now. In fact, a lot of times when I'm filming video readings, I have a hoodie on and the hood's over my head because I keep my temperature pretty low. Right now I'm more presentable because I'm filming for you guys. But it's a draft blocker. So you can make your own. There's a spell for making your own draft blocker in the shape of a snake, and that you can put things in it to protect your home so spirits don't sneak under your door, which I've never heard of, and I thought that was a really cool thing, and I will check it out. If you're handy in sewing, obviously, you have to actually kind of know what you're doing. I'm not awesome at sewing, but I have some basic level skills of that my mother's taught me, and it would take me some time. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably have seen that I did a Yule cloth, a Yule altar cloth, and that took me hours, and really I didn't do that much to it. So yeah, I'm slow when it comes to any kind of crafty sewing type of stuff. I'm not advanced, we'll say that. So, but it's cool because you're putting your energy into it. So it's a very good thing to do, magically speaking. So anyway, there's spells that are all broken down by category, by earth magic, air magic. It's elemental magic: earth, air, fire, water. And there's different little like articles and spells that you can read. I believe the crystal stuff is under that. The grounding stuff is it's categorized that way. And then in the middle of the book, which is where I have all these sticky notes, right in the middle of the book is, and you can even see, and I'll hold it up to the camera so you can see it, where this gray part is. It doesn't matter if it's backwards or not. That is actually where the almanac starts. So it's literally right in the middle is where it all begins. And I have sticky notes for that because I'm referencing that already. Even if I'm not using the spells every day, I'm already using the almanac part because we've already started the new year. So in the middle of the book, when we get to the almanac part, it talks about things like the zodiac signs. It talks about, so it's kind of base, some of it's basic, some of it's a little bit deeper. So it talks about stuff like the lunar phases. It talks about stuff, and I will go over it in B-roll. So I'm going to show you, I'll do it right here. So I'm already talking about it right now. I'm not good yet, and I do apologize. I'm not fancy at editing yet. I have invested in a new editing program, so it will get better. But right here, right now, you'll get to see all of the gorgeous stuff that I'm looking at, so you can see it. Here's where it shows the moon, the type of moon, the color, and the incense, and the sign the moon is in. And then it does it for every day. So this is coming out on, and then the birthstones. January 20th. So here's January 20th. Sorry, this is a little awkward. I need to find a better way to film so it's not backwards. And then the full moon looks like this. Oh no, it doesn't. This says waxing. Oh yeah, full moon. Right here. Isn't that interesting? So it must start as waxing and then go into full. I'm still learning how to use it. And then the rest is just the almanac. And then after the almanac, it goes into fire magic. My arms are short. Sorry, guys. And then weather magic, water magic. It does some weather magic. And it tells you down at the bottom. Okay, done with the awkwardness. This is the back. Boom. Okay, all done. Okay, so yeah, I'm not good at inserting B-roll on top of my voice. But it is what it is. Work with me. It will get there. My editing program doesn't allow that yet. I have what I have, and at least I can edit now. So it lets you, it breaks it down on every day. It's an everyday thing, and I will show you this in B-roll. So I will probably post this, January 20th. I'm looking ahead at the calendar because I'm already likely the 20th. I'm not doing it today. I'm not doing it next Wednesday. So it'll probably the 20th. So the 20th you will be getting this. So the 20th is Vogel Griff. It's a waxing moon. It's a second quarter moon, and that's at 4:02 p.m. The color is topaz. The moon sign is Aries. The moon enters Taurus at 1:56 p.m. and the incense to burn is marjoram. Just so you guys know, that's what on January 20th, which is when this will post. My day, which is today, the incense is honeysuckle. This is January 6th. The moon sign is Libra. We're in the fourth quarter moon of 4:37 a.m. and the color is brown. So they tell you a color for every day. They tell you when the moon enters what sign. They tell you what incense to burn. I don't have half of these incenses, but they tell you if you have a stockpile of incenses, which I don't, and it doesn't make you any less of a witch or any better of a witch. It just is what it is. That's cool. You can look ahead and stockpile if you want. You could also burn essential oils if you have an essential oil diffuser. So they also give you the Sabbats and all the full moons, and which you can find in the astrological planner. They give you the Sabbats of the southern hemisphere. They give you birthstone poetry, which is pretty interesting. They give you the time zones. They give you the color. They explain the color and incense of the day. They give you the moon signs and the points of the moon in the signs, which I think is really cool. You guys, when this posts, I said it was Aries, I believe. Let me double check. Sorry, I'm not super organized with this. I think we said it was Aries, right? Aries. So once it's in Aries, it's good for starting things but lacks staying power. Things occur rapidly but quickly pass. People tend to be argumentative and assertive. So it's a really good reference guide for when the moons are in certain signs, what that means. I think I would use that more for full moons or minimally for workings, because I work with the moon a lot. I do that a lot. I follow the moon. I always have. In fact, I got an oracle deck for Christmas that was about the moon, and I asked for that. So it also talks about each day, the planets of correspondences of the days, the energies, the planets. And I think that's about it when it comes to the actual almanac part. And it tells you the birthstones of each sign, and then it gets back into like, this is fire magic. It breaks down all of that stuff, the zodiacs, the lunar phases, shares what incense to burn. If I was super active on social media, which I'm not, I mean, I post once a week here. I don't post on Instagram every day, and if I do, it's like a quote, it's not, or a picture, it's not always witchy stuff. I could see how a person would use this calendar to tell their viewers what color to work with and what incense to use. You could say, oh, it's topaz and burn honeysuckle or whatever. It helps with the Sabbats and the full moon energies. So what's the difference between this and the Magic of Eye planner that I went over a few weeks ago? This is more geared towards witchcraft, okay? Because there's major spells in here. There's a tea leaf reading. There's talk about ritual bath teas. There's herbal tea magic. There's calling the quarters. There's unconditional love rituals. There's borrowing power from source. There's talk about Hecate, which is funny because I talked about her in one of my last videos. And I don't think I had even seen that. That's there's land of my birth spell. There's a lot of spells in here. There's no spells in the Magic of Eye. There's nothing in Magic of Eye that references spell work. So there's a lot of spell work in here, and it helps you connect with the astrology and the moon phases and the energies of when is best to do that. So this is more geared towards people that are doing workings, and that one is astrology, like straight astrology. And I'm pointing over there because I can see it. You guys can't see it, but it's like right there. So that one is more astrology based, okay? Okay, so I got the Magic of Eye planner because I was pointing to it. So this one is the Magic of Eye planner that I reviewed, walked through, not reviewed, I apologize. And I have been using it. It's all about astrology, and you can check, I'll link that walkthrough above, that video above. But this is all about astrology, pure astrology. This one is an almanac about the magical workings of witchcraft, and it has spells in it. That's the difference. So that's why I wanted to invest in both, and I wanted to share it, okay? It's not just, and this one doesn't have a planner at all, and I'll show that, and I showed that in the B-roll. So I would combine both. I am combining both, as you can see. And it's really up to you if you choose to do that. I also will be, just so you guys know what's coming up, reviewing, walking through, describing. I have one more that's called the Witch's Almanac. That one doesn't start until springtime. So I decided to hold off on that one today. And I'm glad I did, because this video would have been really long. So that one I won't be going over until March-ish energy, because that one doesn't start until spring. So we'll do that one a little ways down the road. So I just wanted to go over this for you guys so you could check it out and see if you like it, or if you don't. I, so far, have found it useful. I'm not sure if by the end of the year I decide it's a worthy investment or not. I don't know. We'll see when I get to the end of the year if I've used it a lot or not. Either way, I think it'll be a resource of spells that I will refer back to, and it's things that I will find handy. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please comment below, like, subscribe, share if you enjoyed this. If you enjoy this channel, please support it. I have an Amazon wish list. I have a PayPal donation, all linked down below. I have melsdivinationreadings.com if you're looking for readings or coaching sessions. I have Instagram. I have Facebook, all linked below. Everything is linked below if you're interested in any of that stuff. I do post on Instagram. I'm trying to post more often, trying to post daily. And hit the notification bell on here because I am going to be going live more often on here. So you want to hear when I go live. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.